The U.S. Army is pulling a 180, now inviting soldiers back after kicking them out for refusing to get the COVID vaccine back in the day.
Oh, really? Come on back. Sorry about that. The Pentagon reportedly is looking to use millions of taxpayer dollars towards their diversity push as well.
Peter Doocy is live at the White House to tell us more. Peter?
And the Army is having a tough time right now getting people to join. They were 10,000 short of their latest recruiting goals, so they are starting to court people they kicked out for not getting the COVID vax. This letter just went out to about 1,900 people. It says, in part, as a result of the rescission of all current COVID-19 vaccination requirements, former soldiers who were involuntarily separated for refusal to receive the COVID-19 vaccination may request a correction of their military records from either or both the Army Discharge Review Board or the Army Board for Correction of Military Records. Well, what a change, because in February 2022, the Army Secretary said, Army readiness depends on soldiers who are prepared to train, deploy, fight, and win our nation's wars. Unvaccinated soldiers present risk to the force and jeopardize readiness. We will begin involuntary separation proceedings for soldiers who refuse to receive the vaccine and are not pending a final decision on an exemption. There's something else the Pentagon is doing. They are beefing up the budget for diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility training. You look at the 2022 budget for that, $68 million. 2023, $86.5 million. The 2024 request is for $114 million plus $700,000 and change. And it's not just at the DoD. The Heritage Foundation's Oversight Project is publishing a sheet that's been given to CBP officers, and it's instructing them to use gender-neutral language with anybody that they encounter until they know that person's name and preferred pronouns. Back to you.
So, Peter,
unbelievable.
Peter, are these instructions from the White House, or are these from Pentagon brass saying, okay, this is how we're going to operate this joint now?
It would be coming from the CBP's bureaucratic overlords here in Washington, D.C., going out to all the different branches to the men and women on the front lines.
So in a time in which we're worried about the budget, we're in a deficit, the defense budget needs to picking all the money they can, we're putting it into diversity.
Well, they might be worried about potential wars in the Middle East growing and in the South China Sea starting, but they're not there yet, so they've got some extra money laying around.
This is so stupid. You got the
Secretary of Defense
who's black. You got now the head of the Joint Chief who's black. I mean, what else are they trying to push? The recruitment overall for the military is down. They're passing out TBIs to our guys on the ground every single day, and there's no response. I'm sure the guys are so happy about this. This is going to bring everybody together.
Between this and Afghanistan, this is why families are telling their kids they don't want to join. They don't want you to join.
Stupid.
Who are serving themselves.
Well, and Peter, to your point, the reason, because it's hard to recruit, that's why they're saying, hey, all you people who we dismissed because of COVID, come on back.
But even with that, that's only about 1,900 people in the Army that got this letter. They were 10,000 short of their recruiting goal for the last fiscal year. And so it would make a dent in it. And certainly 1,900 people who are willing to serve their country, that is a lot. But it is short of the Pentagon's overall goal here.
Every branch except the Marines. All right. Thanks, Peter.
They really have messed this up, right? We're going to kick you out. You didn't get a shot. And so we have fewer men and women that are defending our country. So now they're asking them to come back. Look what's happening in sanctuary cities. We need to be a sanctuary city. We need to be welcoming of everyone. Oh, well, when they send everyone, then they're like, oh, we don't want sanctuary status anymore.
This is why certain policies of the previous 4 years look better and better than what we're experiencing these 3 years. That's what you don't need to run a campaign ad. Just ask yourself, we're an upside down world.
You know, people when we walk out in the public and they talk to us, they're like, "Where's the common sense?" 4 years ago, when they were implementing all these stupid plans, people would say, "This is just not this. Where's the common sense?" Well, now people are waking up.
Look at the commander in chief. I mean, it's obviously part of what he wants in this administration.